All of us have seen cycles, cars. They all have wheels. How does the wheel move? How does the wheel rotate? Wheels have spokes. Can you picture a tire, a cycle tire? They have those spokes that come out, surround it from a center, which is connected to the main cycle. And as you pedal or as you move, as you press your accelerator, the wheel turns and you move. The wheel rotates based on the axle. Soft skills are the axle on which the wheel of your personality or your development, self-development revolves. All the spokes are different attributes that are required. Without that, those steel rims which help the wheel stay in place, without that, you will not get a complete wheel. Each one supports the other. Without the axle, it will not revolve. So if the wheel is your life, without the spokes or the axle, it comes to a standstill. You cannot go beyond a point. There is a, what do we say, stagnation in life. Soft skills define your relationships. Soft skills define how you react to situations. Soft skills defines how you understand people. Soft skills define how you manage your time and get your work done. Soft skills define your confidence. These are all skills which affect every part of our day-to-day life. Let's quickly look at some important soft skills. I'm not going to go into too many details. Anytime any of you have a doubt or would like a question, would like to ask some questions, you're most welcome to interrupt me. Or we can have a question answer session at the end also. You can note down your points and we can discuss so that everybody is aware. One important soft skill is goal setting. What do you understand by goal setting? What is goal setting? And why is it important? Goal setting is, what is a goal? What is a goal? Goal, imagine there's a game of football going on. There are two teams. Imagine a football ground. There are two teams of about, I think, 10, 11 players each. They have two goalposts. What is the aim of each team? Kick the ball around and ultimately score a goal. That is, you kick the ball into the goalpost. And that's how you win the game, the number of goals against your opposition team, and you win the game. So the entire strategy of the team is to ensure, though there are 11 players, only one person kicks the ball into the goal. But all of them have a strategy. How to deflect the opposite team. The opposite team will be trying to avoid you reaching the goal. The other members of the team are working so that you get a clear way to hit the goal. So it is achieving a goal. Their goal is to hit the ball into the goal post. To achieve that goal, they have different strategies. Each person has a role to play in a team. This is an example which can work for two things. One is teamwork and also goal setting. How do individuals do this? We are looking at a team. Team has a goal and all of you work towards the team, achieving the goal. Fine. Each individual also has a goal. What are the goals? What goals do we have? And why is it important to have? What made you, after your BSc, there must have been about 40 to 50 students in your BSc section. There may be even more than one section. Only few of you have joined MSc. There could be a lot of factors which are influencing your decisions. Few of them could be because you wanted to do it. It could be family pressures, it could be the situation, it could be, there are a lot of external influences which are acceptable. How did you decide to do this? After this, what do you want to do? Some of you want to go on a job, some of you want to go on a research. What? It's one step at a time. A goal is a journey of decisions. There are small steps towards achieving a goal. Each step is a decision. You take a step at a time, small decisions, and then all the small decisions and all the steps put together, you achieve your goal. It's like climbing a staircase. The lift is not working. You need to climb to the, say, 5th floor. I won't go too high. 5th floor. How do you go? Step by step. Step by step. Go to one landing. Wait there. Get your breath. Continue again. Stand for some time. You have achieved 1st floor. You have crossed your 2nd floor. You have only 3 more floors to go. A sense of achievement. You come up to the 4th floor. When you're standing at the landing there and looking out, you have a feeling. You have a feeling that just a little more to go. I've already covered so much. Just a little more effort and I can do it. And you do climb up to the 5th floor, which you would not have thought is possible when you started climbing. Given an option, if the lift was working, you wouldn't have done this. So there are situations which can push you to achieving a goal. There could be professional goals, there could be personal goals, there could be career goals, family goals. There are so many different types of goals. Setting a goal is a way to focus your attention on what you want in the future. Goals could be to build a house, goals could be to buy a car, goals could be to take care of your parents, make them comfortable. Goals could be to get married in the next 2 years. Anything is a goal. There is no specific There is no definition or restriction on what type of a goal, what can be a goal. If you don't have a goal, if you're not specific, you don't know where you're going, it will be like trying to follow a map, a Google map, which has no street names. Imagine you're going to a new place. Nowadays, it's very handy to have Google Maps. We just use that, and the voice on Google keeps telling us turn right, turn left, and you're near your destination. Suppose you didn't have that help. Suppose you didn't have street numbers or street names. How will you reach your destination? The street names and street numbers or the identification marks, places, helps you know where you have reached and how much further you need to go. That is also a goal. There are a series of reaching the goal. That is also possible. If you just say, I want to do my PG as your goal, there are still many unanswered questions. Like which course should you take? Where would you want to study? Where will you stay if you're not a local person? What would you specialize in? Suppose you say, I want to do my MSc in computer science. That is a much more specific goal. You do your MSc in computer science, you have a goal in mind. Why do you want to do your MSc in computer science? Going forward, you want to use that qualification, or you want to do research, you want to study further, you want to specialize in it. The world is yours. But at the end of your BSc final year, you just say, I want to do my PG. Now you do your BSc in maths, physics, and chemistry. How do you know in which field you want to do your MSc? So having a goal, having a specific goal is important. It is just a journey of decisions. Imagine what you can do an exercise, maybe at the end of the session or after the session. Just think about, where do you want to be 5 years from now? What do you want your life to be 5 years from now? How do you reach it? For doing something like 5 years from now, you want to be in research, or you want to have your PhD. No, I want to get married. No, I want to go to the US. No, I want to be a professor. I want to take up teaching. So 5 years from now, if this is your goal, for achieving that, what do you need to do now? Suppose you want to go abroad to do your research, to further your studies. To do that, what is it that you require to be done? What are the exams you need to pass? What is the minimum grades that you need? How will it ensure that you are qualified enough to reach that, so that there are no disappointments? So your small steps start right now. By the end of 5 years, you will be able to achieve what you want. This is just a small example of goal setting. Now, to achieve your goals, there's one more trait that you like. These are all interconnected. It's like the spokes of the wheel. Wheel is your life, which just continuously turns. It does not wait for anyone. Next important trait is time management. What do you mean by time management? What is the importance of time management?
To achieve our goals, it plays a key role in our life.
Yes. Why do we get so stressful every day? Why do you feel about there are too many things to do today? What is one of the main reasons for our daily stress?
Improper time management.
Yes, because we don't use our time productively. Time is one resource that God has given, distributed equally to every human being. Whether it is you, whether it is Bill Gates, or whether it's your neighborhood stores person, everybody has only 24 hours at your disposal. There are no options. There are only 24 hours for each person. How you use the 24 hours is for you to decide and not get stressed over. How do you recognize it? What is the main problem with time management? What is the main problem with time management? It's an art. What is the main enemy of time management? Procrastination. Procrastination means postponement. Procrastination is the biggest enemy of time management. You know you have an assignment to submit. You know you have an exam coming up sometime next week or within the next 2 days. But it's always pushed till the last minute. And when you're sitting down to study or when you're sitting down to submit your assignment, work on your assignment, you realize some notes are not there. You don't have enough stationery. There's no power. The system is not working. You don't have internet. What happens? You get totally stressed out. A little bit of planning your day, allocating time for each task, prioritizing the work, makes a lot. Prioritizing your day includes making time for sleeping, making personal time, making time for eating, and the rest of the day, your productive day, how you want to use it. All of this comes under time management. And time management is again connected with goal setting. Once you have your goals in place, you know what you have to do. So you manage your time accordingly. You may be managing your time for, it's called micro time management or macro time management. We are talking about 5 years ahead. So within 2 years, what is it that you need to do? Within 3 years, what you need to do? That comes under your macro time management. Micro time management will be your 24-hour schedule. what is it that you need to do. It's not impossible to do it, but it has to become a habit. You wake up in the morning. How many of us actually, as soon as you wake up, fold your sheets and make your bed? Some of us feel you're going to come back and sleep in it. What difference does it make if you fold the bed sheet or you don't fold the bed sheet? Some of us feel, oh, I've just got up. Who's going to do this now? When I come back, I will fold and keep it. Some of us do it as soon as we get up, even before we wash, go to the washroom or brush our teeth. It's a reflex action. Each person is made differently. Fine, I accept. But the fact that you have not folded your sheet, the fact that that sheet is lying like that the whole day, at some point of time will start stressing you out. Because every time you cross that, you're going to see it. If you live with your family, your parents will keep telling you this. Please fold your sheet, please fold your sheet, make your bed. Put the bedding back in place. It is just something that takes not even 2 minutes of our time, even before your regular daily activity starts. But how seriously do we actually take it? Do we need to get that unnecessary stress because of a simple activity? We have just postponed it. It's not going to go away. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, after 2 days, at some point of time, you will have to do it. During the lockdown of last year, a lot of us learned a lot of things. All of us, rather, why lot of? All of us learned a lot of things. One main important thing that I learned was how to survive without a maid in the house. I had to prioritize my day. I had to make time for cleaning the house. I had to make time for cooking. I had to make time for washing the vessels, for drying the clothes. Things that we used to take it for granted. It's the same 24 hours. The number of hours didn't change. The activities changed. Yes, the first month was totally stressed out. After 2 months, you got the hang of how to prioritize. Initially, at the end of the day, you still felt half the work wasn't done. The sink was full of vessels. The room wasn't dusted. This is in addition to your other activities. But after 2 months, you got the rest of the family also to pitch in. Everybody started doing their own work. Things started falling into place. You knew that by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, all these works need to be finished so that you are free to attend to something else. So you work accordingly. Time management. It takes everybody by surprise. It's just small things which will help you plan your day better. Unnecessary stress can be avoided. There is enough stress in life. We don't want to acquire more stress with small issues, which can be easily avoided if planned better. You rush to office, you rush to college, peak hour traffic. You leave 10 minutes earlier, there won't be that much of traffic. You get stuck. You're late for an important class. You're late for your exam. You're late for an important meeting, client meeting. Why? Because you felt lazy to get up and you're sitting with your coffee for an extra 10 minutes in the morning. Everything spiraled. Sorry. Time management is another important point. Now, one of the most important points of soft skills. which you people have also mentioned. I hope till now what I've been saying has been clear and you've been finding it interesting. Anything that you'd like me to add or explain more, please let me know. You can even put it in the chat box. Shall I continue? Okay, we are now going to talk about one of the most important skill in life. Communication skills. What are communication skills? You're just setting out on your career. You're all set to meet new people, new situations around you. The way you express yourself is still relevant even if you're communicating through emails. Communication today has, the face-to-face communication has come down, email communication, electronic communication has increased. But the way you express yourself is still relevant and important. What is, when we talk about a person has great communication skills, what does that mean? It means conveying the message clearly at the right time in the right tone to the right person. There are three things in this. You're conveying a message at the right time, in the right tone, to the right person. Any one thing that goes wrong, your communication is not complete. You know how much time we spend communicating with people in a day? We spend 70% of our daily time communicating with people, communicating with others. How do we spend this? Listening takes 45% of our time. Speaking is 30%. Reading is 16%. Writing is only 9%. Writing is slowly coming down. But if you see the division of the percentages, listening skills is what takes priority on communication. Why are listening skills? We'll come back to the importance of listening skills. When we're talking about communication, we talk about verbal, we talk about non-verbal, we talk about written communication. All of that comes under types of communication. When we talk about verbal communication, we have two things. We have face-to-face interactions and we also have telephonic interactions. In face-to-face interactions, you may be speaking to a person right across. It could be just your mother or all your family sitting and having dinner together. Your body language is 55%. Tone is 38%. Words is 7%. What you're saying is not as important as how you're saying it. Your body language and your tone is almost 90%, 93%. What you're actually saying is only 7%. You don't like the Karela sabji that your mother has made. Karela, bitag or kakarkai, whichever language. You don't like it. But when she asks you, how is the curry? Do you like it? To satisfy her, you say yes. But you are playing around with it on your plate. You're making faces when you're eating it. And the way you say your yes, she can understand how much you like it. The way, how, and the way you say it makes a lot of difference more than what you say. Telephonic interactions. How many times have we picked up a call and said, this is a recorded message, or this person doesn't know how to speak, very rude. Though the message that they're trying to tell you is something that you're waiting for. You wanted that information. But you're not ready to listen because the way she's saying it is rude. When you're speaking to someone on a telephone, your tone is 82% and words is only 18%. Why don't we want to listen to someone? When you see a name or a number flashing on your screen, why do you sometimes skip the call? Why do you say, Abba, this person means I don't feel like speaking to them? Why? Maybe the way they speak, you don't like it. Person may be a genuine person, maybe really may like you, may want to speak with you, may want to spend some time with you. But the way they say it, you don't like it. So tone itself makes a lot of difference. You pick up the phone and you say hello. There are so many times when we are busy with something, we don't pay attention to the way we say hello. We just say that it comes as a disturbance in the middle of something. So we just snap and say hello. Sometimes we are very relaxed and it's a friend or it's a family whom we want to spend time with and we say hello so cheerfully. Till you're waiting for the person's call. So the tone, the way you say it, that person will say it with a smile in your voice. The person also, on the other end, feels like speaking to you. So tone, 82%, words, 18%. This comes into verbal communication. Now there's something called non-verbal communication. What comes under non-verbal communication? You would be surprised. Body language is 10%. Physical appearance is 40%. Attitude is the remaining 50%. So your body language and your physical appearance is 50%. Attitude is the remaining 50%. What is body language? How you carry yourself? How do you speak? When we are talking about physical appearance, we are talking about, there are certain things which we have no control over. the shape of her face, the color of her skin, the shape of her shape and size of her nose. We have no control over nose or eyes or hair. We are born with it. But how do you carry yourself? How do you dress yourself? That's called grooming. That is the 40%. Attitude is the remaining 50%. What comes under attitude? Positive attitude, confidence, the way you respond to people, interaction with people. You may be wearing your old night dress, comfortable in the summers. It's fine. You may be totally relaxed. That's your body language. But your attitude is confident. The way you speak, people will not bother about what you're wearing and how you're relaxed. It works the other way around also. You may be in a business suit or a Kanjivaram silk sari, but you don't sit. And your attitude is either you're overconfident or you're totally underconfident. You're not positive, you're negative, you're all the time complaining about something. What you wear makes no difference. People will not. The kind of vibes that people get from you are not comfortable. Well, I'll just like to share some pictures with you when we are talking about body language. Let's see. Can you see this? What are they trying to say? What is the message? Can you all see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What message are they conveying? What is she saying to say? I'm stressed and angry. How? Hands are in the air, frowning, sad eyes, without saying anything. And what is she trying to say?
I'm happy.
I'm happy, yeah. I'm happy and things are good. So how do you know that? Because she's smiling, her thumbs up, her body language, confident. What are they saying? What do you think, the mother and daughter?
She's teaching something to her daughter.
She's teaching her daughter, but what do you understand by the expression on her face?
I've done
Scolding,
something
ma'am.
mistake.
Scolding, mother is not happy, the child is sad. So mother says, I'm angry. She's staring at the girl, frowning with anger, no smile, and her hand is pointing. Whereas the girl, her head and eyes are down, arms crossed in defense, and she knows that she's in trouble. There's been something wrong. What is it, this baby trying to say?
Crying.
Crying. By just looking at the expression. How does a mother understand what a child is trying to say in the first 1 year till they start speaking? Only by expressions. They cry for everything. So that's just a body language. You know when they're happy, you know when they're hungry, you know when they're just want to sleep. What is she trying to do?
Thinking about something.
Thinking about something. So how is thinking? Because eyes are looking in a direction and the finger is on her face. Now this is a little different. What are they? Are they doing and saying the same thing? Look at the picture and look at the message down. What they're saying. This girl is saying, I'm finding this really interesting.
No, she's lying. Her face is different.
It's like, why do you think it is different?
Her
Expression of
expression, facial
face.
expressions.
She's got a very bored expression on her face. Doesn't find it at all interesting. This girl says, I'm fine, I'm really happy. Does it look anywhere near that?
No, she's sad.
She's sad.
Something.
She's sad and she is sitting in one corner with her head down. We are like this so many times, and then somebody asks you what is wrong. No, nothing, it's okay, I'm okay. But looking at your face and the way you're saying that itself, people will know that there is something wrong. Are they doing and saying the same thing? What's he saying? I'm really sorry I beat you. I feel really bad.
No.
He's
anger.
He's happy. He beat him means it must be in a game because he's got the controller in his hand. So he's happy that he has won the game. So what is communication? It's a series of experiences. Hearing, smelling, seeing, touching, tasting. All our 5 senses. All of them are part of your communication process. So this is just a small example of how body language makes a difference. What you say and what you're doing can actually mean 2 different things. How people respond to your body language and your tone, the way you speak. Written communication. What is written communication? Written communication, you have, especially nowadays, it's mainly email and a little bit of business correspondence like your bank. Some of the government agencies still require letters, but most of them are on emails. What is important in emails? Your promptness and your language clarity, which should be 100%. So we have verbal, non-verbal, and written communications. Emails are something all of us use regularly. All of us, 90% of us have Gmail or you have a Yahoo ID. We send out emails. But there are a few points. There is something called email etiquette, which we will be going through later. Each company has their own email etiquette. But a pointer when you're writing emails, one important fact which you should always keep in mind is, okay, let's start with an example. Assume you have a Gmail ID. You open your inbox. You have some 100, say 10 mails. If you're working, a middle level executive gets, on an average, gets about 100 mails in a day. We may get about 5 to 10 mails in a day. How do you decide which mail you want to open and read? What makes you decide which mail to open?
Subject.
Pardon?
Subject.
The subject and the sender. The 2 things, the name, the person who has sent the mail or from where the mail has come. Sorry. And also the subject. So if you just write hello in your subject and send it, why will the person open it? Always be specific when you're writing your subject. What is the mail for? what you write in your subject will decide whether the person who's receiving your mail is going to open it and read it. The title of your mail, what you write in your subject, is what makes or breaks your mail. Email writing, language, the way you structure your mails, all of that is important, but that comes later. Only when they open the mail. They'll open the mail only if they find the subject interesting. So please keep that in mind whenever you're writing a mail. Now, there are 7 C's of communication. Any communication, whether it's verbal or written, email, non-verbal. What are the 7 C's? First is clarity. Clarity is you need to be clear on what is the message you want to convey. Your thought has to be clear. You have to say it properly. You have to write it clearly. Concise. What do you mean by concise? Concise is being to the point. Don't go round and round. That goes into storytelling. We are talking about communication. Come to the point. Why do people say come to the point? Let me know what exactly you want. What are you talking about? So be concise. Correct. Whatever details you're giving in your communication, written or spoken, be sure that they are correct. Complete. Your communication should be complete. The beginning and the ending has to be proper. It has to be a complete communication. Don't leave your communication leaving halfway. Coherent. Coherent means it has to make sense. There has to be some logic in which it flows. Now, when you're talking about, suppose you're writing a complaint letter to Airtel, complaint mail to Airtel. You've made a couple of calls, you have not got the reply, whether it's Airtel or whether it's Amazon. You want to return something to Amazon. You say you want to send a mail. Some delivery has not yet reached you, though it is showing as delivered. Now, you cannot start with all the things. You have to mention exactly what is the product, the date of which it has been given, the either number that they have given you. You have to refer with all of that. But if you write all of that and don't actually write what the product was, then that's your communication is not complete. You write the product, you write your details, you write the bill number, you write the payment details, everything you write. Then you don't write what your problem is. So it has to ensure that everything is done, and then at the end of it, you say you have not received it. Your subject also has to be said not delivered, not received. Coherent, it has to flow. Your flow of communicate, the flow of message has to be logical. Concrete. Where do we use concrete? Concrete we use in building, in constructions. Why do we use concrete? So the building or the construction is solid. It's the same way your communication should be solid, foolproof. And the last is courteous. Courteous is be very polite. Even if you're complaining, if you've received a complaint, whatever your mail should have, please, thank you, request you to look into the matter. nice to read. You will get an immediate response. If you write a message saying that, look into the matter, don't use it, look into the matter. Let me know what happens. Let me know what is the situation. And please let me know what is the situation. Makes a lot of difference. So courteous. And all of this also applies to your WhatsApp messages. Because nowadays there's a lot of communication, 90% communication on WhatsApp. When you are sending out a WhatsApp message, even though you'll be using short forms, make sure the message that you're sending is complete. How many times, of course, we have that autofill which completely changes the meaning that the words that you want to send, but read it once before you send it out. Ensure that your message has all these 7 C's. Another important part of communication, listening skills. You remember in the beginning we said listening skills is 45% of communication is only listening. There are different types of listening. There is active listening, there is selective listening, and there is passive listening. This classroom of about 80-100 of you, all the 3 stages are happening. All of you are listening, I hope. Some of you are actively listening. Some of you are selectively listening. And some of you are passively listening. What is active listening? Those who are listening actively, who are participating, interactive. Selective, only when you find it interesting, when you catch some words here and there and you feel like paying attention, you listen to only that part. Passive, in the other classes that I take regularly, I do take sessions like this regularly. I'm also associated with a lot of colleges. 90% of the class will be on no video, no audio. They're passive listeners for the sake of attendance. Remaining 10% are interactive. You can easily make out. The names are there so that you can include their names in your attendance. How much of that they've actually listened to, how much of that they actually are participating, we have no idea. It does not only happen in online classes, it actually happens even in your face-to-face classes. I'm sure your professors would agree with what I say. There will be a few students whom we know who are participating, who are actively listening. There will be so many of them who are there just for the sake of attendance. We have also gone through it. We have also gone through colleges. That's how we have reached this level. We were not ready-made at this stage. So passive listening, active listening, selective listening, passive listening. Whether it's the sound of a horn on the street which is disturbing you, whether it's a child crying, whether it's a lecture going on, everything is part of listening. The traffic sounds on the road makes you a passive listener because you're not participating in that traffic. You are not part of the traffic. You happen to be by the roadside, so you're listening to those sounds by default. So you're a passive listener. You like to listen to certain kind of music, you're a selective listener. You only select what you want to listen to. Active listener is where you're participating. It's an interactive session. It's a give and take. We have done goal setting. We have done time management. We have done communication. Now, what is the link among all these 3? self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is being assertive, getting what you want, achieving your goals. That's why we started with goal setting. You start with time management, then you do your communication. By the end of these three, you don't have to go out of the way to be self-confident. You'll automatically be self-confident because you have the confidence that you can achieve your goal and manage your time. And you can communicate. How do you learn self-confidence? There are no classes for self-confidence. How do you learn self-confidence? Self-confidence is something that is acquired. Some of them, it is inherent. That's why we say some people are born with certain behavioral traits. One of them is self-confidence. It comes to you from childhood, how confident you are. But remember one thing. Imagine a balloon seller. He is selling, mostly nowadays there are not many balloon sellers, but helium balloons, different colors of balloons. Does the color of the balloon make any difference? He has some which is filled with air and he's holding on to them for selling. Some which are still in the deflated stage, the small packets of balloons, which he will fill up as he sells the filled ones. What is the difference between the filled up balloons and the ones which are there in the packet? Are we interested in looking at the ones in the packet? We are interested only in the filled in balloons. Why are we interested only in the filled in balloons? Because they are the ones which are filled with air and the color is nice and you want to, they are useful. For whatever reason you are buying a balloon. For children, for yourself. Those packet balloons are the same things. But they are in a packet, part of a whole group. There are a bunch of some 50 balloons or 100 balloons in one packet. But those 3 or 4 balloons which are filled up and colorful and which are right, they attract attention. The color of the balloon does not matter. What matters is what is inside the balloon. The difference between the balloons which are in the packet and the balloons which are filled up is only what is inside. The gas that is filled up is blown it up, the air. Too much you blow it, it will burst. Overconfidence. Now connect it to individuals. What is inside makes a difference. We are all the same within the packet, like balloons. How do 5, 10 of us stand out in a crowd? We stand out in a crowd because of what is there inside us. Too much of what is inside us will deflate again, like a overfilled balloon, which will just burst, deflate. So confidence is good. Overconfidence is avoided, to be avoided. Self-confidence comes only with practice. Start speaking. Practice by speaking in front of the mirror. That again gets connected to the next point, which is presentation skills. What are presentation skills? Like in the beginning, I said presentations are of 2 types. One presentation is your PPT presentation or the matter that you want to convey. The second presentation is how you are doing it. Your own presentation, your physical presentation. The way you stand, the way you speak, the way you are actually conveying the message. How do you practice your presentation? That's where your self-confidence comes in. Few people can just get up, stand and speak. Few people need to prepare themselves. How do you prepare? Simple. Just stand in front of the mirror and talk. Start with that. Second, keep your family members in front of you, maybe your brothers, sisters, or your parents, somebody who will just listen to you. Get used to speaking in front of people. Slowly, one step at a time, you will be able to face an audience. I'm sure at the end of your BSc, you might have had a presentation of your project. MSc, definitely you will be having, because nowadays presentations are a part of every course. They're all known people. They're all your friends. They're all your professors. Start practicing. Presentations need not only mean for your professional career. Presentations can also happen in a family. How do you do a presentation in a family? When you're sitting around a table, don't you speak? Don't you fight with your brothers or sister siblings? It's the same thing. Don't you tell them what you want to, don't you tell your mother what you want her to cook or what you like to eat? It is your likes and dislikes which you are making it clear to them. That all comes under personal presentations. When you're making an official presentation as part of your career or in the college, your content is one part of it, which of course all of you would be good at because you are doing a post-graduation. There's a lot of information available. There's a lot of knowledge available. You can collect the information, put it in a particular format and keep it ready to share. The next part of the presentation, more important part of the presentation, as how we have covered till now, is your verbal and non-verbal. Verbal is how you're going to say it. Non-verbal is your body language and your grooming. Your expressions on your face, expressions of your hands, the way you stand, all of it makes a difference when you're doing presentations. Presentations can also mean when you're going to attend an interview. How you present yourself is a presentation. You may be very good at writing, but just writing and knowing is not enough. Sharing that knowledge is also important. Sharing that knowledge is where it comes to presentations. Etiquette. What is etiquette? Etiquette, E-T-I-Q-U-E-T-T-E. It's a French word, etiquette. Etiquette means good manners. Why is it important? There are some, as Indians, there are certain characteristics that we grow up with. We don't call our elders by name. We refer to them by the relations. We call them Tata. We call our grandparents Tata. We call our uncles and aunts, whatever, in whichever language, we call them by their relationship. We rarely call them by name. Elder sister is usually Didi or Akka. Unknown people are also sometimes, depending on their age, we call them by the relationship. We rarely call them by name. Why do we, especially in Telugu, why do we add Garu to a name also? We are giving them respect. Certain things are inherent in us. We are born with it. We learn. We are grown learning that. Knowing that you know all this, knowing that you use all this also gives a kind of a confidence to you. It makes a very positive impression. Knowing that you're behaving appropriately is, when you were small, young, much younger, knowing that you're behaving appropriately, it helped. Your parents used to feel proud. Today, in a particular situation, knowing that you're behaving appropriately will help you feel relaxed and you can enjoy the company there. And it makes you confident. People like to come and speak to you. It helps you when you're making a presentation. It helps you when you're invited for dinner. It helps you when you want to talk to a prospective client. What does etiquette include? It includes introductions and greetings. How do you introduce somebody else? How do you introduce yourself? Dressing etiquette, depending on the occasion. Normally, in most cases, 99% of the cases, we don't go to a wedding dressed in jeans and t-shirt. Why? Because as per our etiquette, as per what we have grown up, weddings means require certain kind of dressing. Telephone etiquette, how do you answer the calls? How do you respond to calls? Email etiquette, there are do's and don'ts for emails. Dining etiquette, which spoon, fork, right side, left side, which side glass. There are a set rules of etiquette for everything. We can go into details, but I think I'm running short of time. So I'm just mentioning these different things. If you want some more in details, you can always let me know. Positive attitude. What is a positive attitude? All of this gets connected to self-confidence, time management. They're all interconnected. Positive attitude is one of the most important factors that influence your success. It is the right attitude. It creates a big difference in achieving your goals. It focuses on positive. In every situation, in every person, you only look at the positive attributes. A positive attitude means people will come to you. You come across as a can-do person, a person who will who's helpful, who can do a lot of things, who doesn't talk negatively about people. You find something positive in every situation, every person. And then there is teamwork. Have we heard of that saying, united we stand, divided we fall? We have heard stories about this also. Indian independence is full of these kind of stories. United we stand, divided we fall. The British Empire was successful because they divided all the territories. We came together and we won over them. Teamwork is an example of that. What does teamwork means? Team. Team is T is for together. E is empowering each other. A is to achieve and M is to more. Together, empowering each other to achieve more. TEAM, team. The Indian cricket team. Why do we call it the team? There's a role for everyone. Everyone in the team has a role to play. United, everybody plays their role perfectly, you win the match. The leader backs the right person at the right time for the right job. That's how you make a team. You select the right person at the right time for the right job. So it becomes a team. Last, but definitely not the least, the most important, especially in today's time, is knowledge of English. Why is English important? We are talking about spoken. Written English, yes, because most of, especially from science point of view, all your research, all your textbooks, all your knowledge is in English. How do you share the knowledge? All of us are very confident with reading and writing English. It is when we need to speak that the problem comes. But why is spoken English important? Why is it in today's world, whether we like it or not, at least in India and outside India, English is the language of the world today. More than 70% of the internet is in English. You want to express the knowledge that you have, you need English. How do you learn English? Again, it's only by practice. Language of the corporate world is English. Language in further studies is English. You can grow much further in your professional career when you're confident in English. You speak good English, half your confidence and the other soft skills is taken care of. What do recruiters look for? They look for good communication skills. How do they know that you have got good communication skills? By how you say it. And how do you say it? How good is your English? Whether you like it or not, English is here to stay. That is an advantage for Indians because most of our education happens in English, which is an advantage that we need to build on. We are confident in our writing and our reading. It's only the speaking that is the problem. There are a lot of other countries, China for instance, where English is not part of their entire curriculum. Everything happens in Chinese. So they have a problem when they are doing business outside, when they move outside their country. Spoken English today is a very important part. Read the newspaper daily, read it aloud. Hindu is the best newspaper to help you improve your language. Any article, any news item, just read it aloud. It will help your tongue to move, help you understand new words, help your vocabulary. Now to put all of it together, summarize all your soft skills together: goal setting, time management, self-confident, communication, presentation, teamwork, positive attitude. All of this works together if you are good in English. To conclude, a professional certification can only make you stand out in a crowd. To rise above the crowd, you need to invest some amount of time in your own development. Nobody has all these skills. Yes, some may have few of them. All of us have few of them. We need to develop those what we have and acquire those which we don't have. Like Albert Einstein said, focus should be on lifelong learning. Learn from situations, learn from people. The minute learning stops, personal growth also stops. Working towards your personal development is essential because it helps you grow in your personal and professional life and makes your life much more peaceful and fulfilling. Be the change that you want to see in others. So let's take small steps and embark on a journey of self-transformation. Try and improve, take smaller steps to improve yourself. Thank you so much. Any questions, any queries, if any of you want, most welcome to ask. Mohana Garu, I hope I didn't overstep my time.
No, madam. It was such a wonderful session. My students also have gained insight into what is soft skills, the importance of PDP. I'm glad that you are here and then you have given such good inputs to our students, ma'am. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure interacting with all of you and meeting all of you. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, madam. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I now welcome Shobhana Garu, who's the counselor who will be taking our next session for our MSc students.
Right. Thank you, Mohana Garu. I'll sign out.
Yeah, thank you so much, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Yeah. Shobhana Garu, just a minute.
Yes.
Both of hands. Sorry. Okay.
Shobhana Garu, you can start, Andy.
Thank you, madam. So all the new students who have just joined us, welcome. And I am Shobhana, your psychological counselor. I'm here to talk about what I do and how we do this in our college. psychological counselor, it must be giving a certain kind of meaning to you all when we talk about the word psychology. How many of you understand this word called psychology clearly? And how many of you do give importance to this in our day-to-day life? Can I have some yeses or nos? I know it's very new to you. I'm just asking you a question to start with. So that you get an opportunity to think about this particular word called psychology. I'm not getting any answer.
It is a study, ma'am.
Psychology is a study. Study of what?
It is based upon a characteristics or a person, the activities of a person.
Soundarya, you are there, but I'll put it this way. Shall we call it the study of mind? Do you agree?
People behave.
Behavior, yes, because it's all related to mind. So here in our college, we have a counseling cell which is called as Sahita. S-A-H-I-T-A, Sahita. Can any one of you give me the meaning of this word called Sahita? You can guess, it's fine. It need not be absolutely right.
To bear, ma'am. To bear something.
A few more additions to that?
With. Along with.
Okay. Some more? Split the word Sahita. We must be having some of the students who have done Sanskrit.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you add to that? Sahita. Sa means along with. Hita means doing good. Something that does good to people. It's like a teamwork to the community, the society in general. So the term Sahita Counseling Center was devised so that it will carry and convey the meaning of what we do here. Okay, so that's about the meaning and about the psychological counseling center that we have in our college. Now, what does it do? Basically, it helps students manage their psychological issues. Whoever comes to our counseling center, they are made to sit in a very happy way, and we listen to the walk-in, the clients, whoever walks into our room or cell, we call, we give them time and listen to them. The next one would be helping the clients with their difficult things or what they want. We try to help them by listening and probably making them open up, giving them an opportunity to talk about themselves. Then the third thing that we do in our cell is we try and build up their confidence. Help them to achieve higher standards in their education. At the same time, find out what is it that they want to do in life and how they want to go about doing it. Helping them set their own standards and not by comparative studies, by making them identify their own strengths and weaknesses, by talking to them and making them realize their own potential. We don't advise them here, we listen. So, our counseling center has identified certain areas where the students need some kind of help. First, I will say we have devised about 6 of them. We have identified them basically. The first one would be concentration in studies. Many of you will agree with me. Isn't it a problem sometimes? Concentration. Pooja? I see some names, Saundarya, Aisha, Rashmi and all. Do you agree with me that concentration is an issue at times?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do we deal with this?
Meditation.
Okay, first is meditation. How many of you think that meditation will help you overcome the concentration problem? Only meditation?
Yoga.
Yoga.
Mental focus.
Focus. Okay. These are all. Pardon?
Music and dance.
Yes, music, dance, yoga. Then how many of you are really practicing this? When it comes to concentration, how many of you are practicing at least one of them? Yes, we all know that these things help, but we don't give importance to this at all in our day-to-day life, especially in student life. We think we postpone it. Okay, we'll do it a little later. That's what we say. But at the time of exams, what happens? There is all rush to finish off the portions, and you're not really concentrating on the basic parts at all. Here in our center, we do help in realizing these facts of life so that all the students can think about these things much before they get into problems. Yoga, meditation, then music. Also, like Madam was talking in the previous session about improving the positive attitude. All these things we will be focusing when we talk to the clients. And the next problem that we have identified is conflict with parents and friends. Many of you would have had issues, this particular issue, this particular problem at home, isn't it? This is one issue where students or the people who are just in teenage and just coming out of it will not discuss it openly. This is a problem that it is carried on in the mind and thought that it's not okay to speak about these things in front of people at the same time, even confide with friends. Some of the friends may be okay, but otherwise also you feel very hesitant to talk about these things. Here is where a psychological counselor or a counseling cell will help you. You can always come and talk to me, talk to us in particular, and confidentiality will be maintained. Nobody else will know about what you speak. So you should be very, very confident to come and speak about whatever issue that you have. It may be related to your parents, your friends, and any other relationship matters. Because these do affect us in concentrating on our studies and also developing our personality. In the last session, when we spoke about, ma'am spoke about soft skills, it is very important to maintain this confidence, also positivity and related things. But then, if you are emotionally disturbed, these things do get affected. And once they are affected, it shows on the performance. So before you end up there, you can always take help. You can always come to the cell, come to the counseling center, and talk about it. We are here to listen. That listening helps the other person a lot. Of late, many of us don't have time to sit and listen to others because the social media, at the same time, so many things are affecting us. First, they start off very positively. The Facebook account, the WhatsApp chats, everything is very interesting initially. But when they become habits, it is an issue. Then you don't get time to listen to others, nor the others have time to listen to you. Isn't it? This is a very big problem that we are facing. And during the pandemic, it has become more. So here we are in our center waiting for you all to come and speak to us and help yourselves. Then the next aspect that we have identified is lack of motivation due to moods. How many of you have these mood issues, mood related problems? I don't have the mood to sit and study today. I would love to go out and chat with or sit with my friends, or I'm not interested in watching anything. These mood swings do happen to all of us, more so to the students because they have so many things to do. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. As students, we also had these issues. But the focus on these counseling centers and counselors was much, much lesser. Now, it has grown. The helping hands are there here. Colleges have identified that this is a very important aspect that students need help. So they have opened up, every college has a counseling center now. And there are a lot of people attached to it, trying to help all the students and whoever needs some help. So please take help then many of you will be having emotional issues. See, up to a graduate level, there is some kind of, it's a passing phase, and then you finish off in a different way. Whereas when you are stepping into a postgraduate level, life becomes more and more prioritized and somewhat streamlined. You have identified your subject, what you want to do, and you want to be something in that. Isn't it? Now comes the emotional issue where sometimes there is parental pressure, especially on girls, where many of you will be asked to settle down in life, marriage, and so many other things, isn't it? Do you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So that will cause a lot of emotional issues, lot of thinking, and many of you may not be able to express it in a proper way, or you might get into anxiety, stress related issues, and many more things which you wouldn't want to speak about in front of your family members. You can do that. Talk to us. Maybe we can help you connect with your parents. So take help whenever you need. Then we have career guidance also. What after your post-graduation? What is it that you are looking into? If there is some confusion, you can always come and discuss here so that you will get to understand us, where you stand and what you need to do. And sixth one that we have identified is there are some issues and things called psychosomatic symptoms and stress management. What are psychosomatic symptoms? Can anybody throw some light on this?
It's a disorder disease which involves both mind and body.
Okay, it is one definition of that. But then where does it start? How does it start?
By mental factors such as stress and anxiety.
Yeah. Can you give an example and explain it a little bit, Aisha? What does the word psychosomatic mean? You were right when you said, can you repeat that same thing and expand it a little?
Psychosomatic disorder is a disease which involves both mind and body.
Okay. Do you call this itself is not a disease? This can give rise to, these symptoms can give rise to some more diseases. Okay, this is a symptom that is presented by the mind. This symptom can define a disease. Okay, it's not a disease by itself. It can manifest in many different ways. Some people will have some anxiety related issues. These things can be psychosomatic. Then you say stomach pain. Simple thing called stomach pain can be psychosomatic. Okay, if you don't want to do something, like, your parents will say, just join this PG instead of what you want. At a later date, you might experience some kind of a discomfort in the stomach, which can grow bigger and get into some kind of a disease. Actual reason could be because of the stress that you have developed when the parents or people at home have said no. So the mind has turned and said, see, this is not being accepted. So it pumps in a certain kind of enzymes and says, okay, this is related to a certain anxiety, which is manifesting in the form of a stomach pain. So it becomes psychosomatic. Mind related, somatic is tissue and organ related. So many a times students have these issues. Suddenly there is a stomach pain. Suddenly there is a headache and you feel like throwing up. There may not be anything that is body related issue. There may not be any problem at all, but you will have these issues because of mind related, psychosomatic. Then how do you manage this stress, which can trouble? This can come up when you have exams, when you have examination fear, when you don't achieve the results that you want. Or being a topper can also be a problem if you have these issues. That's when the stress management comes. That's when students need help. This can be really, really stressful. Many students go through this. It can go to the extent of manifesting itself in a huge, big diseases like cancers and infections, lung infections, and many, many more. It can actually affect the immune system. Then the eating habits. You stop eating. It can be psychosomatic. So all these issues, we are there to help you all in Sahita. It's just that when you think of this, the social and culture related issues come up. What if people come to know that I have this problem? But this is where you need to take a step and realize that this forms a very, very important part in our life. It can help build your career, build your confidence and self-esteem. చాలా మందికి ఏమవుతుందంటే లాంగ్వేజ్ అండ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్ లో ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది కదా.
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, lot of stress builds up. So ఆ టైంలో ఏమవుతుందంటే you need a certain help. It's we will say definitely you should be confident, you should be able to go and talk to people. Among all of us, very few people have that confidence and they can stand up and say, yes, we will talk. We are not scared of anything. But many, many students, including us, we do have a certain fear. We do have stage fear. The anxiety related issues build up. Then how do we tackle? How do we help ourselves? Tomorrow, you are going to face the world. You will get into interviews, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the soft skills become very important. But then to achieve, to get there, to become good in soft skills, you need to have to do the stress management, anxiety management, anger management, overcome your stress, and then build up your self-esteem. For that, you need help in the form of somebody who can just listen to you and discuss with you what you like, what you don't like, and build your personality. For that, you need to take help. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody requires psychological counseling. Whoever thinks that the self-esteem is low and they don't have confidence and they need to talk about certain things that are happening in life, such people should come forward and take help and not hesitate and sit there thinking, what will happen if everybody comes to know? Let them come to know. It's fine. This is your life. You need to be confident. You need to grow. I'm sure you all want to do that. You want to be big achievers. So take this help. Always we are there to reach out to you. Do not hesitate. Whenever you need somebody to talk or just sit and listen to you, whatever you say, come off to the counseling center. We are here to reach you, your inner selves. I'm in the college on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You can come and talk to me. Otherwise also, you can take my phone number and call me at any time. You can talk to me on phone. If I don't pick up, I will always call you back. Keep it in mind, Sahita is for you people. Not only this, we are planning community activities, and I would want a lot of you to join this, and we will see what we can do and reach out to people and do some social service also around our community, around our college. So whoever is going to be the CR or the leader of your first year group can take down the names of people who are interested in joining this community help from Psychological Counseling Center. And we will have regular meetings on Saturdays towards the afternoon, after 2 o'clock. I will let you know when and what time it will be. So please give the names. It will be very nice if more numbers join. And we can actually form small groups and reach out to the society around us. There are many people who need help. Okay?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Ma'am Mohana, ma'am, I would like to conclude at this point. So all of you,
Hello.
thank you. Thank you for being here. And I'll come back to you again.
Phone number, please.
Thank you so much, Shobana Garu.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate your effort, and then you have taken so much of time in order to interact with the children. And girls, please make use of our center, the counseling center. Madam is very approachable. You can feel free in order to contact her and take the help from her. It can be either online or also offline.
Yes.
Both the ways Madam is available. I mean, I wish that all of you will take this opportunity. The tenure that you are going to spend in the college will be fruitful, and whatever the issues that you have related to, whatever it might be, you can just interact with Shobana ma'am, and she's quite helpful. And we have seen her how she's working, and we are glad we have such a person in our college. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And my phone number could be put on the group.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. We will definitely post it on the group, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. The next speaker, Samyukta madam, she's our placement officer. Welcome, Samyukta. Yeah, we all are waiting so that you will interact with our students. Over to you, Samyukta. I think your mic is on mute, Samyukta. Can you just unmute yourself and then start speaking? Samyukta, is all okay at your end? We can't hear you, ma. I think there is a technical hitch. We'll just wait for 2 minutes and then we will start the session, girls. Please be present. What?
Ma'am, is my voice audible now?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is.
Thank you. So a very good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all to our college. I'm Samyukta, your training and placement officer. I come with 12 years of corporate experience, worked with companies like HSBC, Randstad, and Manpower, and I was working as HR manager there. And to give you a warm welcome, and just to tell you that the only key to success is to keep the spark of your life shining all the time. To be successful in your career, and you need to have a career planning. Now, what is career planning? Let us understand the meaning of career planning. Now, career planning refers to a strategy a person uses to determine career goals and path to achieve those goals. The process integrates various activities, including steps for self-improvement and the process of meeting these goals. Now, the importance of career planning can't be overemphasized. Having a career plan is crucial for everyone aspiring to become successful in life. Now, to help you or to guide you, we at our college, we start off with a career guidance program, and then we also give a hand-holding to you in terms of training and placements, right? So we will try to train you on the aspects of your personality development and also the interview skills required. Now, when we talk about the personal development, it is a lifelong process that helps you assess your life goals and upskill to fulfill your potential. It allows you to be proactive and take charge of your actions. You may not always reach your objectives, but you lead a more fulfilling life because your purpose is defined. You can work on your personal development by embracing certain self-improvement skills. These are the traits and qualities that you already have or gain through education and training. Some common personal development skills that we actually focus on, right? Or any which are required for you to be successful in your career or required for you to crack the interviews. There are certain skills that you would require. They are the good communication skills. Good communication skills allows you to convey your thoughts with clarity and confidence. Interpersonal skills that helps you build relationships and make an impression on others in social situations. We also would require something like problem-solving skills that enables you to find the best solutions when you encounter obstacles. Ability or adaptability skills that lets you adjust to new things quickly and easily, in addition to staying calm during the unanticipated situations. And last but not the least, leadership skills that help you guide others, boost morale, and build confidence. Now, these are certain things which we focus on so that you are industry ready, and we try to bridge the gap between the industry and the academia. So we try to train the students, provide certain training programs to the students so that they are industry ready. Now, why is it important for us to focus on personality development, okay, or the personal development? There is a common misconception that personal development is reserved for those who need to work harder or to achieve their goals. But in reality, even the most successful constantly strive for improvement. Your brain needs new information so that you continue to flourish. Learning is a continuous process and doesn't stop unless you want to. Personal development may be time consuming, but there are many advantages to this process. So as we grow old, the spark starts fading as we give more importance to problems than enjoying the little exciting things of life. So let us first see how to nurture the spark before we look through the storms. Keep an eye on your goals continuously. Success is defined by means of achievement of goals. Okay, we've been training students on different aspects. We're trying to make you industry ready. There are a lot of training programs that we are designing, right from your interview skills, resume writing, communication skills, your personality development. There are a lot of training programs which we are incorporating in our training programs so that you are ready for the interviews. And when we're talking about the hirings which are happening right now, if I'm talking about MSc Data Sciences or MSc Computer Sciences, companies like Infosys, Medinovex, Wipro are hiring for software testing trainees, software testers, software test engineers, data scientist juniors. There are a lot of openings which are there and the hirings are going on. Now, if we talk about MSc Chemistry, companies like GVK Bio, Granules, Visionary RCM, Ready Laboratories, Syngene, MSN Laboratories are hiring for positions like quality controller, quality analyst, food engineers, research and development departments, medical coding, and especially for MSc Chemistry students, there are lots and lots of openings are coming forward. You're going to have a very bright future, girls. As we all know that Telangana government has given approval for the pharmacy, and there are going to be lots and lots of openings coming, and there's going to be a bright future. And for MSc Data Sciences and Computers, girls, there are lots and lots of openings for you as well. And data sciences being a new thing in the market, it's again a hot cake in the market. We are organizing one special session for you tomorrow, where we have the industry expert who's going to come and talk to you about the importance and how MSc data sciences or computers are going to be going to help you achieve your goals, and how you can see your career flourishing. Yeah, so that is it from my end. Mona ma'am, any questions that the students have, they can ask.
Anybody would like to interact with Madam? Girls, you can either post, you can post even in the chat box as well. Anybody would like to interact? Samyukta, they might be shooting questions
Yeah. So
later on, maybe.
So yes, at the end, I would like to say, girls, again, a very warm welcome and all the best to you. I am available in the college from morning 10 to 3:30 p.m. You can reach out to me. You can walk into my room. I am available in the college. So just if you have got any doubts, you can just walk in, or you can reach out to me on my phone number. If you want me to put it on the chat, in the chat
please.
box, I'll
post
do that.
it in the chat box. Post your number in the chat box.
Okay, so this is my number, girls. You can reach out to me on this number if you have got any queries. You can just call me and ask, or you can just walk into my room and I'm there to help you out. Okay, so with this, I thank Mona ma'am for giving me this opportunity to interact with the students, ma'am. Thank you so much. And girls, all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Samyukta. That was really good. We will just begin the next session in about a minute. I think we have the interaction with librarians now.
Yes, Sarla.
Yeah.
Sarla. Yes.
Yeah, we have both our librarians today, Sarala Madam and only Sarla is there, or who else?
Both.
Both are there. Thank you so much. Yeah. Over to you all.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I, Sarla, librarian, in charge of library. I am going to importance of library to provide access to various learning resources of all formats, books, periodicals, and e-resources. Sections: textbook section, reference section, circulation. Services: circulation of books, newspaper clipping, importance of articles. Library provide copies, back volumes of periodicals. Educational CDs provided ICT support with in our library. ICT means information communication technology. Ma. Students, if you want any information to the book or any other, we can give the scanning and provide to mail, connect to the mails or WhatsApp, any groups. Okay. Facilities: book bank facility, also we have internet access. Timings: 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in all working days. Membership rules: every student fill up the library membership form. Printed matter will be issued. Fill the form, attach with the photo and library deposit copy also. Students required to write name and details and put signature in the gate register while entering the library anytime. If you enter the library, you can gate register, enter the name and roll number, class, timing, whatever it mentioned the register. Students are required to bring their ID cards to borrow the books. In case book is lost, the student should be replace the book. Books are to be borrowed in person. Every student get 2 to 3 books. Keep the books for semester. If you are returned the SEM books, then next SEM will be eligible to take the books. Next main point, modules are available, all online resources. In this pandemic situation has stopped physical gathering. So we are providing online resources links, creating some platforms, that is WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, or mails, etc. Contact the links, especially remote area students, very useful. Main enlist, upload the details, then only get the register for enlist login. Please, students, you come and like anyone CR also, ఎవరైనా CR అయినా సరే ఎవరైనా ఇనిషియేట్ తీసుకొని మెయిల్ ఐడీస్, ఫోన్ నెంబర్స్, పర్సనల్ మెయిల్ ఐడీస్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఫోన్ నెంబర్స్, నేము. మాకు ఒకవేళ పర్సన్ వచ్చి కలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఇచ్చినా పర్వాలేదు, ఫోన్ నెంబరు మెయిల్ ఐడి పెడతాను. ఒకవేళ మెయిల్ ఐడికి అటాచ్ చేసినా సరే మేము ఇక్కడే ఉండి అడ్మిన్, కాలేజీ అడ్మిన్ నుంచి మీకు అప్లోడ్ చేసి మీ పర్సనల్ కు మెయిల్ ఐడికి వస్తుంది. ఎన్లిస్ట్ పాస్వర్డ్, మీ యూజర్ ఐడి మీదే ఉంటుంది పర్సనల్ గా. ఎట్లా అనేది మళ్ళీ మీరు పర్సనల్ గా మీరు ఒకసారి మనము ఇట్లాగే ఏదైనా మీటింగ్ కండక్ట్ చేసుకొని అట్లా చెప్తాను. ఇండివిజువల్ గా కావాలన్నా కానీ మీరు పిన్ చేసిన ఐ కెన్ సజెస్ట్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్. ఒకవేళ ఏమన్నా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగమనండి. ఇంకా నేను నేమ్ అవన్నీ పెడతా కింద చాట్ బాక్స్ లో.
Yeah, please pettandi, and we will talk. The enlist is quite important, girls.
Yes,
please visit our website rbvrrwomenscollege.net. Dantlo you just visit our library section undi. If you visit that, you're having the resources available there. E-resources, what staffs share and what you have. Saraswati garu, you
yes,
can just talk about the e-resources that are there on the website andi. showed this unnai kada. Yeah, showed Ganga. వాటి గురించి కూడా కొంచెం చెప్పండి.
ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, నేను తెలుగులో చెప్తా, క్లియర్ గా ఉంటది.
పర్వాలేదు, యూ కెన్ ఇంటరాక్ట్ విత్ దెమ్.
ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఈ షోద్ సింధు ఇవన్నీ ఈపీజీ పాఠశాల అవన్నీ చూడాలి అనుకుంటే ఎండ్లిస్ట్ లో మీరు అప్లోడ్, మీ నేమ్ రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలి ఫస్ట్. దట్ ఓన్లీ యూ గెట్ ద డీటెయిల్స్ అనమాట. ఎన్లిస్ట్ లో ఎన్రోల్ అయిన తర్వాతనే షో సింధు మీకు పాస్వర్డ్, ఆ పాస్వర్డ్ తో ఇన్ఫ్లిబ్నెట్ తో ఇది కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉంటది మెయిన్ గా మనకు. అర్థమవుతుందా? అందుకని మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఎన్లిస్ట్ అనేది ఎన్రోల్ చేసుకోండి. చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా పాస్వర్డ్ మనము ఎంటర్ చేస్తే ఓపెన్ అయిపోతుంది. దాంట్లో ఏంటంటే మాడ్యూల్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఒకవేళ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఉంది, కెమిస్ట్రీకి సంబంధించి మీకు ఆర్గానిక్, ఇన్ఆర్గానిక్, వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్, అది మాడ్యూల్ అది కొడితే మీకు ఇంకా దానిలో ఇంటర్నల్ గా కూడా మనము సబ్ టైటిల్స్ చూసుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకా ఈ PDF డ్రైవ్ అనేది ఒకటి ఉంటది, దాంట్లో కూడా మీరు ఒక్కసారి కంటాక్ట్ అయితే నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. ఫస్ట్ ఎన్లిస్ట్ మీరు ఎన్రోల్ అవ్వండి. ఎన్రోల్ అయితే గానీ, రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకుంటే గానీ మనం ఇవన్నీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి ప్రాక్టికల్ గా చేస్తేనే అర్థమవుతుంది. ఇది ఏంటంటే స్టడీస్ లాగా, టీచింగ్ లాగా చెప్తే మీకు అర్థం అవ్వదు, ప్రాక్టికల్ వర్క్ కదా. ఒక్కసారి మీరు నన్ను కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వండి, అయితే నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. ఓకేనా మ్యామ్? ఇది షో సింధు, శోధంగా ఇవనేది అంటే ఎన్లిస్ట్ మనం ఎన్రోల్ అయితే గానీ ఓపెన్ చేయడం ఎట్లా ఏంటి, దానిలో ఆర్టికల్స్, బుక్స్, ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా దొరుకుతుంది మ్యామ్. అది వాళ్ళకి ఇట్లా చెప్పడానికి ఉండదు. నేను ప్రాక్టికల్ గా లైబ్రరీలో షో. ఓకేనా? చాలా 35,000 బుక్స్, జర్నల్స్.
ఇది నేను కాలేజ్ వెబ్సైట్ ఐఎమ్ విజిటింగ్, గర్ల్స్. ఓకే, వెబ్సైట్ లో ఇఫ్ యు గో హియర్ మీకు ఈ రిసోర్సెస్ అండ్ LMS అని ఉంటుందమ్మా. దీంట్లో ఈ రిసోర్సెస్ లో ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ సీ, ఇప్పుడు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వైజ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అవైలబుల్. డిపార్ట్మెంటల్ ఈ రిసోర్సెస్ లో కూడా వీడియో లెక్చర్స్ లో యూ హ్యావ్ ద వీడియో లెక్చర్స్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెంట్ ఇవి ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు వెన్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ద ఈ రిసోర్సెస్ ఆఫ్ లైబ్రరీ, you can just see enlist undi. Okay na? Enlist will take you to this particular page. Here you need to register yourself. Okay na? Right. And then showed Sindhu. Okay, now here it will be visible only for you people. Okay, once you get into this, okay, EPG Pathshala, okay, it will take you to those pages. So here you just go to this particular one. Okay. Endless law, whatever the resources are there, they have listed few, but you have got more than just look into this. The e-books library, in how many titles you have, because we have registered under the Enlist, because every year we pay a subscription amount in order to get the Enlist. So because you are associated with the college, you will be having the access to all the e-resources that are under the Enlist. Okay, na? So this I just wanted to tell you all. Okay. And I think just a second, student support law. You have all the cell centers in the student support. Just a minute. The maximum you try to visit the visit our website, so that you will find out what all are available with us. Okay. Anything you want to speak to the librarian or me, you can just post questions. This is the last session, girls. Girls, this is our entire college's website, where we have the newsletters of each month. You can just go and find, you can just view the newsletters as well. We have a student zone too. Yeah, related to all the details about what is going on and what exactly it is supported with. All this is available. Okay. This is about a faculty, and this I've already shown you. And please go through the handbooks also, girls. The handbooks and also the magazines are posted out here. Please go through it. Anything else you want to talk about, please feel free. For students, I wanted to tell you that go to the website, go to departments. If you are from a chemistry, you just visit the chemistry one, and you will have all the details related to that. Okay. Sometimes, see, every department will post whatever is important to you all, girls. Please go through all of them. This is the chemistry website, the link in our website. And for mathematics and statistics also, the same similar way, you will have all the details related to the department. The same similar way, under the computer science, we have so many programs, out of which MSc Data Science, which is introduced last year also, we have posted it. Okay. So we have departmental library, and we talk about all whatever we are providing, the services that are provided under the department. Okay. Please, girls, it's a sincere request from our end in order to enroll yourself onto the Enlist. And please do visit our website. Okay. And this is where we post most of our details on the notice board. You have a notice board, and whatever the events that are happening will be posted out here. And we have provided certain quick links. Most of them, data science students maybe are aware of it, because they have applied into their course using the website, the link that was posted on the website. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Saraswati and Sarala Garu, both of
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. So, girls, we have come to the end of the session for the day. So tomorrow we will meet again at 10 a.m. sharp. 1 second, girls, we have posted a feedback link on the chat box. Can you please click on that and then give your feedback on it? And I find only 52 students. All of you are first years, or the second years are there?
First year.
In the morning, I had 100 out here and almost nearly 100 in the YouTube link. But right now I can see only 52. I request all of them to join, and then please post, please fill the feedback form, girls. Meanwhile, I would like to invite Salma Madam in order to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to everyone. It gives me a pleasure to deliver a vote of thanks for the Day 2 Student Induction Program for MSc first year students. I thank Ms. Sangeeta Mathur ma'am from, hello. So I would like to thank Sangeeta Mathur ma'am from Connect to Dot for delivering a lecture on the PDP, that's personality development and soft skills. And I thank Shobana ma'am, a counselor for Sahita Psychological Counseling Center. I thank Samyukta ma'am, a placement officer. And I thank librarians Saraswati ma'am and Sarla ma'am for just explaining the procedures, the rules of the libraries, what the student has to follow it. And I thank our head Department of Computer Science, Mohana ma'am, for smooth conduct of this second day student induction program. And I thank all the faculty of MSc Computer Science Department and even from Chemistry Department and Mathematics. And I thank all the first year, MSc first year and the second year students for making this second day student induction program successful. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you, girls. Now we can sign out.